Happy New Year and welcome to the Contrarians. We are doing our top 10 Genesis tracks. We've got a great panel here. It's a little bit fragmented, but hey, this was a good discussion. Please like, subscribe. You know how to do this. We want to hear from you in the chat. Let's do it. Welcome to the Contrarians, and, well, first of all, this topic, this is quite a topic. I think maybe this topic should have been narrowed down. Maybe Phil Collins era, Peter Gabriel era. But whatever, I'm just hosting. I have no...
Or Ray Wilson.
Who cares about the
Ray Wilson period?
I like him.
Lasted one album.
You like anything that has that tag says prog. We all know that already.
Album.
If it says prog, you're in. So anyway, was anybody on this panel the one that came up with this topic?
I was the one that did.
So yeah, I can bitch at you. Okay, Rick. All right.
Okay.
Thank you, Rick.
Sure.
Thanks for keeping it broad and wide open. All right, everybody. So we're doing our top 10 favorite Genesis tracks. So I figured this is what we'll do. We'll go 3, 3, and 4. We'll go around. We need to be done by 8 o'clock. Of course we do. Anyway, I want to welcome the panel tonight. Thanks, everybody, for showing up. We're just trying to keep it real in the feel, and we're trying to keep Rand's camera steady.
Sorry, I have to hold it with my hand or I'm just going to be like this.
That's what she said. Anyway. Anyway, let's keep going. Since we're already off track. We're always off track in the Contrarians. Rich, you're going to go first. What's your first 3? Then I'm going to go to Rand because, you know, he's like a schoolgirl. He cannot hardly wait to talk about his picks. And then we'll go to Andrew, Keith, and then the Elder, and then we'll go back around. All right, go ahead, Rich. You're up.
Okay, well, my list, I'm going to do from oldest album to newest album. And you're going to notice there's an album that I have a lot of favorites from. My first one is The Knife from Trespass. I love that song. I think it's like Genesis only like heavy metal song, and I love the lead guitar playing in it. It's, you know, the first sign of their aggressive sign. And I didn't like the way Steve Hackett played it on Genesis Live. I felt like, you know, the original lead guitar line was just, you know, I don't know. I just thought it was, anyhow, it's I think it's the only time in a Genesis song you have a traditional heavy metal guitar solo. So I love The Knife. I think it's great. My second one, going up to Nursery Crime, The Musical Box. My favorite part of this song is that second heavy instrumental section. And it starts off with, you know, a Tony Banks keyboard solo, which I thought for the longest time was a guitar solo. Yeah, that second heavy instrumental section is probably my favorite part of any Genesis song. And I love the kind of like Tony Banks and Steve Hackett kind of having a musical sword fight. I think it's awesome. So, and then I'm going to go with the song after that, the quiet little song called For Absent Friends, where Phil Collins makes his unofficial lead vocal debut with Genesis. I just think it's a really nice, short, sweet little song with interesting lyrics, and I like the pictures that go along with it. In the gatefold of the album. So those are my first 3.
Excellent. We're moving right along. All right. Thanks, Rich. All right. Rand. All right. What's your first 3? I can only imagine.
Real quick before I forget. Rick,
God, here we go.
There's a Magna Carta Genesis compilation of tribute people. And Richard Sinclair sings For Absent Friends. It'll bring tears to your eyes. So beautiful.
Okay.
So
I feel like I'm tearing up right now and I haven't heard it.
Okay. My first, which is really my 10th pick, is going to be The Lady Lies from And Then There Were Three. I love that song so much. It's probably the last time that band's ever going to sound like Brand X. I love those fast passages. Just incredible tune. And the storyline is really weird, but the musicianship is off the chart. Michael Rutherford's bass parts on this song are just incredible.
All
I don't
right.
have much more to say. Oh, we're still doing three. Okay, I'm sorry.
We're doing three. Yeah, we're going to go 3, 3, and 4, Rand.
Okay.
So there you go.
My 9th pick is 11th Earl of Mar from Wind and Wuthering. Great song. Love the opening thing, and with Steve Hackett's guitar, just absolutely beautiful. And the whole song is just, to me, it's a masterpiece. It's got everything you'd want in a prog song. Fast, slow, beautiful, rowdy. I mean, it's great. I just love it. Phil Collins just knocks it out of the park. And my other one next is going to be the opening track on Trick of the Tail, Dance on a Volcano.
Good choice.
Oh, this is just phenomenal. I remember we were really worried about Peter leaving the band and what they would come up with. And when we saw Trick of the Tail, we put this on and just slammed the speakers as loud as they could go. And we were just looking at each other like, oh my God. I said, well, he sounds like Peter when he sings Holy Mother of God. It just sounds like Peter to me. But we were just absolutely stunned by how good this album is. And that tune.
It's a great record.
Really
sets
the energy level for the whole album.
And it has great artwork too. I love the artwork.
Yeah.
And the calligraphy, the way the I don't know, the way the letters look on it. What is that?
I don't know. It's the font. Yeah.
The font. Yeah. I like the font on that a lot. I think that and the pictures kind of add to the album a lot.
Yeah, but all the pictures describe the songs. So
yeah. But anyhow, that's one of my favorite things about that album is just the look of it.
I thought about choosing Los Endos, but since there's not much vocal on it, I thought, well, I'm just going to have to go with Dance on a Volcano.
Go with your instinct, Rand. Well, actually, just go with what you like. That's all that matters.
I did. That's what I did.
God bless your heart. All right, cool. Thank you, Mr. Kelly. Let's run over to Andrew. Andrew, what are your, I guess, your bottom three?
All right. So, first of all, I will say that I don't think Genesis is nearly as divisive as people usually say, and I realize the fan base sometimes contradicts that. But I personally am a fan of all eras, from nursery. I should say from Nursery Crime to We Can't Dance. I'm a fan of it all, pretty much equally. And so I hope I represent that in my top picks. But I will say that this is the most difficult ranking I've done on the Contrarians yet because it's really hard to get this down to 10.
You don't like Trespass?
I like the.
What are you trying to say? You don't like Trespass? What are you trying to say?
It's not that I don't. It's just that I'm just not into it. And I really like Phil Hackett and or Steve Hackett and Phil Collins. I really like those two additions. But
I didn't mean to start a war. I just was wondering.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's just one that I'm just.
We should start wars on this show.
It's okay. No one's going to judge you for not liking.
I'm judging him.
I'm going to judge Grant.
Judging. Yeah.
You wait. You wait.
All right. So my first song is actually my 10th song is actually going to be Carpet Crawlers, but not Carpet Crawlers, Carpet Crawl. The live version on Seconds Out, which does anyone know why they call it the Carpet Crawl on Seconds Out, why it's listed on that, not Carpet Crawlers? I think this version is amazing. I love the studio version, but this live version on Seconds Out, this and all of Seconds Out, is might be my favorite live album of all time. But it really
better than you two.
I would say that I would put this over Under a Blood Red Sky, but only slightly above Under a Blood Red Sky. Yeah, this is an amazing live album.
I didn't know we could do live albums.
Whoa.
Yeah.
that close to Under a Blood Red Sky?
Above Under a Blood Red Sky.
Wait, is this possible?
It
know,
is.
right?
Well, so okay, and I'll say Genesis is like, if I was going to rank my favorite bands, Genesis is number 2 and a close number 2,
right.
just nipping at the heels of U2. But
Well, ladies and gentlemen, if you watched any of the shows on the Contrarians where Andrew talks and gloats about U2, you may
Okay.
find this as a surprise.
for the record, I didn't bring up U2 in this episode because I know everyone's like, oh, there's Andrew with U2 again. I didn't bring them up, but now
Yeah,
the
but I
gates
couldn't
are
help it
open.
when you say that's your favorite live album. Because I was on a show with you about you were
Elder
talking about Under a Blood Red Sky.
Elder
Yeah,
is nailing it. Yes, Andrew.
See now the floodgates are open,
Okay.
and now I it might become a U2 show.
It's all making sense now. Okay.
All right. So my number
Sorry.
9 song is a song that I think is woefully underrated, and to me seemed like it was kind of a hit when it came out. But it's since been forgotten, and that's Just a Job to Do from Genesis.
I love that
Love this song. Am I wrong? But this was played quite a bit in the early 80s, right? I mean, am I just
Yes, it
imagining?
was, and it was
Yeah.
played much later on as well. So
I heard it on my local radio station about 10 years ago here in Reading.
Okay, so it reminds me of playing video games at Pizza Hut in the early 80s. That is what this reminds me of. So it must have been there. I mean, it must have been, was it a B-side of a single? Because it was on the jukebox at Pizza Hut. It definitely was. Because I
It
think it
must have
was a
been because
single.
they only had 45s then, right?
yeah.
I mean, so it
I
must have
think
been.
it was a single.
oh God, there's so many great songs. I don't even know how I'm going to do this.
That,
All right.
that Mama was a single. That's All was a single.
I wonder if Just a Job to Do was a B-side or something. Somehow it got on the Pizza Hut jukebox. And then number 8 is going to be from Invisible Touch, and that's going to be Domino, which
Yeah,
I
Domino
love
rocks.
Domino. And again, another song that gets that doesn't get recognized for as amazing as it is. I would say if Domino came out in 1977 instead of 1986 or 86, it would be considered a Genesis classic. As it stands, it should be because it's a really amazing song. So those are my first 3.
Man, wow. Whew. Not quite up to my standards, but it'll be all right. All right, Keith, you're up. What are your bottom 3?
Okay, starting with number 10, I'm going to probably be the most contrarian to everybody else's picks here tonight. I don't know. You and I might.
Well,
be,
I don't know, Keith. Based on your graphic behind you, I think we'll be fine.
So my
Shades
first,
of things to come.
my first one is from Abacab, and I'm a sucker for Phil Collins ballad where he pours his heart out, and that is "Man on the Corner."
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
My number 9 goes to the background album into 1983, and it is "Just a Job to Do." And my number 8 is going to stay there in 83, and it will be "Mama." It is so different, and Phil possessed or whatever, that laugh that he does and everything, it's super creepy, but there's just something about that has always just kind of did it for me. I do think that there was some weirdness with this record. Number 1, the cover, how a photographer takes a picture of his kids' toys strewn about the living room floor, and it gets to a record executive's desk or a PR agency or even the band, and they ever approve that a Tupperware toy is the cover of a rock album is beyond me. I'll never really understand that. Mama opening up the album, I think, was kind of weird. I think
Love
it's
it.
just as an opener. I think they could have repositioned some of the songs, but overall, it's a great record.
So you're not
there-
happy with the sequencing of this record at all?
The sequencing, I think, could have been shuffled a little bit. I don't like "Mama" as the opener.
Okay.
Yeah, it starts out with a drum machine, which was the first time they ever did that.
Lindrum.
Right.
So, what I find interesting about this cover, because this is the game Aggravation, and it's the
Yes.
pieces blowing up. And I would say thematically this album is all about consequences blowing up in your face. I feel like it's a meaningful cover
It's very deep.
Yeah.
It's what did you say? It is Andrew?
Consequences.
It's the game Aggravation. So you used
Aggravation.
to used to press it down, you put a timer on, and you had to put all the pieces in the shapes.
Nope, that's not what it is.
You're wrong,
And then
Andrew.
when it's done, it explodes.
Yeah, it explodes. It goes in the air.
That's not what it is. I'll show you what it is. Just give me a minute. I'll show you what it actually is.
All right.
Yeah, I was thinking they were being very profound with the cover, and now you're going to destroy.
Well, I think they are being profound, but
Welcome.
maybe in a different way.
Yeah,
Right.
and it ends really positive too.
Go ahead and move forward.
It's going to get better.
It's going
Well-
to take me a minute to find it, but
All right, we'll come back
we'll
then.
show
All
you
right,
what it
Elder,
is.
you're up. What are your three?
All right. So yeah, I am
And why
not.
are you
I admit.
backwards, Elder? Elder, you're
Am I
backwards.
backwards? Oh, I thought I. Oh, well, I'll fix myself here.
No, it's fine. It's no big deal, as long as I can see you.
But I am not as immersed into the Genesis catalog, I admit, as I would probably like to be. And I really, a lot of this is based on nostalgia, and I really didn't get into the early Genesis catalog till around 2000 or so. So I'm still kind of a newbie. I haven't really fully immersed in going back in and listening to stuff again. Yeah, it really got me back into it, and I'm going to explore it further. So, however, my first one is going to be a ballad. It's going to be Throwing It All Away. Like I said, something about Genesis I'm really nostalgic about. This song was all over the radio, and I think in 86 this came out, I think.
Yeah.
And it just takes me back because I worked where my summer job, we had the radio on, the song was on all the time. And then also reminds me of a breakup I had, and this was therapeutic for me, this song. Because she's throwing it all away, but hey, everything worked out for the best. So that's my first one. My second one's going to be Land of Confusion. Another one that's very nostalgic for me, but I love the video for this. And I always heard it as kind of a heavy song, and then Disturbed did it many years later as a heavy song. So very cool. And like I said, the video is very is kind of political. Ronald Reagan's in it. It's pretty awesome. Getting political a little bit. And then my next one after that is going to be Mama, as has been talked about before. But and again, this was all over the radio. It reminds me of I think of the year after I graduated high school. This song was on a lot on the radio. But it was also, I think, it might have been I'm not sure. Maybe I'm wrong. It might have been the first proper video they did for MTV that was actually for MTV. And I always found this song though also weird, a weird song. And it's not a single at all. Phil Collins sounding kind of evil. And the video is kind of weird. His face is out blurry and he's going, so I always thought that was kind of weird. And also this was also done heavy by a band called Angra from Brazil. I think they're from. They did a heavy version of this. So there's my first three.
Excellent work.
Actually,
Keith,
just
Rand's
real quick,
come in and
fun
correct.
fact. I think the first video that they did was No Reply at All.
Maybe you're. Yeah, you might be right. Yeah, okay.
All right.
What
Well, I thought that was maybe for another
misunderstanding?
thing. I thought that was maybe for another thing, but not for MTV. But I thought like
Oh,
that was
that's
like
right.
midnight special.
Misunderstanding is a video. Yeah, you're right.
So
All right. Keith,
Misunderstanding, I guess, would have preceded MTV, so they must have
Yeah,
made
but
it
they
for
put it
something.
on after
Yeah.
it was going.
all right.
Actually,
Keith,
there's videos for robbery, assault, and battery.
And Trick of the Tail.
Yeah. But yeah, obviously not for MTV.
oh, you kids, you're just so nitpicky. All right. Keith, what do you gave us your one pick. You ready? You got it? You ready for your next two?
Oh, me?
No,
Well,
I gave
thought-
you all.
Did you
I gave
give all three?
Yeah,
yeah, he's going to show us the thing that's on the cover.
You want to show us the thing?
I'm not there yet. I deleted it. I'm
All right.
pulling it back up. I'll have it by my
All
next
right.
one.
All right, kids. This is All right. If you've known me, you know I think that the Phil Collins era is way more, shall we say, superior than the Peter Gabriel era. Now, all that prog stuff, now you can send all my hate comments down below. We could noodle around for albums and 10-minute songs all together. But let's learn something from the Beatles. You can noodle around, make prog things and stuff, but to write a perfect pop song is a true artistic statement. And what I'm saying about this whole era,
used to be.
well, we don't have that now. But think back when this happened, okay? Back in the old days, when Peter Gabriel left, Genesis, they all looked at each other and went, shit, what are we going to do? They knew that they couldn't take the prog thing any further. You only can noodle around so far. But all those great songs that they did, all the noodling that they did, all paid off because they've learned to make perfect pop songs. And I will go on record to say in the 80s, some of the best pop songs ever that still stand up to time were Genesis tracks. And everyone's always looking at Phil Collins and going, oh, Phil, he's the one that brought him down. No, Mike Rutherford was the one who's writing most of the pop stuff, not Phil. Anyway, don't put Phil in a bad light. Phil is great. When they got down to the 3 core members, that's when it became magic, in my opinion. Send me my hate mail. Don't burn a cross in my yard. Send the hate mail down below. So, what would I say is my number 10? I'm going to go with Mama from Genesis 1983. If you followed me before, that is my favorite Genesis album. I think it's a perfect record. There's no filler. It's all killer. But that track opens the record. It's much darker. It's, it's got that Lynn drum sound. I love it. For 1983, it's right there. Phil Collins wrote the lyrics. I guess it's about some kind of infatuation with a prostitute. Hey, it was the 80s. People were using prostitutes all the time. But I think it's a great song. Could it be higher on my list? It could on another day. All right. But I'm going to go with 10 for that. My number 9, I think I'm going to go, damn it to hell, we're going to go with Invisible Touch 1986. Now, a lot of people think that this was a very commercial era, but I think the way Genesis progressed, it was very subtle over each record. Did this album reflect somewhat from the Phil Collins era of hits? Possibly. But we're going to go with Throwing All Away, 1986, written by the band and lyrics by Mike Rutherford. Now, there you go. I brought out Mike Rutherford. He was behind most of this stuff. Great ballad. Think about this as a pop song. Absolutely perfect. Is it a bit commercial? Well, compared to the other a lot of the crap that was out during 1986, I think this holds up. This got to number 4 on the Billboard Hot 100. Great melody, great production, great songwriting. I rest my case. I'm going to go with... let's see. Okay, we're going to go back to the Genesis album, 1983. I'm going to go with That's All. Piano-driven song. If you listen to this track, you cannot help but think of those Beatle references. It's very Beatle-esque. The drum pattern is very reminiscent of Ringo Starr. It's a simple pop song, but my God, is it effective. Got to number 6 on the Billboard Hot 100, number 16 in the UK. This was the band's first top 10 hit in the States. Absolutely brilliant, pure pop. I'm going to say pure pop for now people. I can't help myself. Anyway, there's my 3. Boom. All right, so
Okay.
Rich.
All right. Well, I'm going to, for our next 2, I'm going to go to Nursery Crime again, because that's my favorite Genesis album. I like every song on it. I think it's I love the cover and the words and the music. I think is great. Return of the Giant Hogweed. I like how Steve Hackett and Tony Banks play in unison at the beginning. And I think it has one of the best endings, one of the most powerful endings for a Genesis song. It's like this, this big orchestra playing. So I love that song. And then I'm going to go, this may be a weird choice, but I'm going to go with Harold the Barrel because I think it's one of their, they're probably their funniest song. I just love it. I love the words and, and it's just I just think it's a great song. So that's 4 from Nursery Crime for me. My next one is going to be Horizons from Foxtrot. I'll say this, I am not the biggest Foxtrot fan, but I love the song Horizons. I think it's a beautiful acoustic guitar solo. I love it. So that's my next 3.
All right. Very efficient and very quick. All right. Thanks, Rich. All right. Andrew, dazzle me for God's sakes.
I'm next.
All right. Oh, yeah. Sorry. Yeah.
It's my turn, Grant.
You're not having a stroke, are you? You all right, Andrew?
No. It's not my turn.
It's Rand's turn, Grant.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Damn it. Rand.
So I think Harold the Barrel is a true story.
Go ahead, Rand.
True?
It's your turn. Damn it. All right. Go ahead.
I was just asking if anybody knew if Harold the Barrel was true. I heard it was true.
Mm-mm.
That this guy really did cut off his toes and served him to
All for tea.
I'm sure it's all true.
Nice.
Okay, back to the thing here. What number are we at? 7?
We need 7, 6, and 5.
From this album, the opening track, Looking for Someone. I have so much to say about this song. The first time I heard it, I was like just absolutely stunned. It was like 1974, and I was just getting into the band, and it just blew my mind. I said, this song has no chorus. This song is like 20 little tunes all connected together in 7 minutes, unfinished. Everything in this song is just crazy. I mean, it makes absolutely no sense, musical theory. And I've taken musical theory, but it's a wonderful tune. I love it. Peter Gabriel kills on the vocal. Tony Banks kills on the keyboards. And Anthony Phillips doesn't do that much in this tune, but and the drummer is, I don't remember, John Mayhew.
Yeah.
He's good. If you listen to what he plays, he's really good. He's not as good as Phil, but who is? I mean, in Genesis.
Exactly my point.
But anyways, this tune, Looking for Someone, I was just like, what a change from Genesis to Revelation to this. I mean, it was, at the time I had never heard that first album, so I thought Trespass was the first album. But anyways, I was just sitting in my Volkswagen bus listening to it on 8-track. I just got out of Tower Records, and I was just like, my jaw was just dropped when I heard Looking for Someone, and the rest of the album was fantastic. But it's funny about the Knife. The first time I heard the Knife was on the live album, so I had no clue that Steve Hackett wasn't on Trespass until I started reading about, because in those days, people, there just was no way to find anything out real easy.
Right.
Rolling Stone.
But anyways, Rolling Stone was worthless for prog, but
Cream maybe, I don't know.
Circus was good.
Circus.
I got more information out of Melody Maker. Some of the music stores carried that. Okay, next up, Seven Stones. It just dawned on me yesterday when I was listening to it. This is them trying to sound like Procol Harum.
I thought they were trying to sound like Deep Purple.
Seven Stones sounds so much like Procol Harum. It just floats like a boat on the ocean. And I never thought about that before, but I love this tune. It's just so beautiful. The Mellotron is and the organ is just to die for. I love the story. I'm not sure what it is. They actually made a video of it. Some artist, amateur artist made a video of it. It was pretty neat. You might be able to find that on YouTube. But I just love this story about this old man and the old man's got his chance and all that. And the chord, with me being a musician, the chord progression in this song is phenomenal. It's so complex. I still don't know to this day, and I've been listening to it for 53 years. I still don't know to this day what those chords are. I haven't really looked them up, but yeah, I love that tune. They see a gull. Is that not clever lyric writing? I mean, come on. Anyways, my next one is the Battle of Epping Forest on Selling Them by the Pound. I chose that because I figured everybody was going to choose Firth the Fifth, and I didn't want to be like everybody else. I love Battle of Epping Forest. It's 12 minutes of absolute insanity.
12 minutes.
Musically, it's just off the chart. Crazy. I mean, there's just so much going on in this tune. It's almost, I think it's too much for most people. Not me, because I like weird. I thrive on weird. But the story is phenomenal. And the musicianship is just top notch. Steve Hackett doesn't get to do much on this song. I'm sure he's doing, like rhythm guitar probably and little flourishes here and there. But it's, they let him shine on Firth the Fifth. So as far as I'm concerned, this is Peter Gabriel's best song on that album. I really love it.
Cool.
And is that 3?
I think so, yeah.
Okay.
And you went through 3 already?
Yeah.
Oh, God, you're a professional.
Thank you.
All right. Of course. Andrew, you're up. 3.
All right.
Your next 3.
All right. Next 3. So next I'm going to go with something off the Duke album. And to me, it's the actually the best moment on Duke. It's Duke's Travels, which is largely instrumental. This is a great kind of climax of the entire thing. I wish, as I'm sure everyone knows, originally this was planned as there was going to be one suite on one side, but they thought that was, I guess, a bit too prog for 1980. And they split it up and made it more of a conventional album. I wish they had gone with their original plan, but Dukeland was kind of the climax of the was the story of Albert. It's an amazing piece of music, and ends with Phil basically redoing that part of guide vocal, and into just this it almost like. In guide vocal, it's a guy talking to the girl that broke up, that dumped him, and in this one, it's almost like God talking to Albert, like, and now you're cursed to be alone. It's an amazingly powerful piece of music. So Duke's Travels off Duke, which is one of my favorite Genesis albums.
I love the ending of that when Phil comes in and sings. I think that's a great moment.
It's amazing, and the live version of that. And it's on YouTube, him doing the live version. It's really amazing. All right, then I'll do my first Peter Gabriel song pick is going to be The Lamia from Lamb Lies Down on Broadway. I had the hardest time picking what song from Lamb I wanted to include in this. I'm going to pick The Lamia because that to me is just the most satisfying song, but if we had honorable mentions, Fly in the Windshield would be on there as well because that's just really rocking. But the Lamia, which is just a really nice piece of music.
Oh, beautiful.
I love it. Yeah.
I saw it live.
Yeah, I know. I heard that.
He'll bring
really
that up
amazing.
again.
Yeah. You can't even see it on YouTube.
The Musical Box. Check them out.
Yeah, I heard they're
They do the entire album.
Do they do the costumes and everything?
Yeah, everything. You'd swear it was Genesis.
Yeah, I need to see that. They come periodically. I saw Steve Hackett do Genesis Revisited, but he didn't do like a traditional one.
Well, it's on YouTube if you want to check it out. It's like 2 hours long.
Then my next, I'm also going to go with a nursery crime song. I also love this album, and to me, it's the greatest of Genesis covers, maybe the greatest cover of all time. And it's going to be Musical Box. I realize that's the boring pick to pick on this because that's the one everyone's going to pick. But there's a reason everyone would pick it because it's a really amazing song and really kind of spurns Peter Gabriel's foray into dressing in costumes and things like that. So an important song in Genesis history, and those are my next three because we're doing 334, right?
Yeah. Excellent work, Andrew. Though I don't approve of any of those picks, it's fine because I'm going to throw it over to Keith, and Keith will surely line up with me. All right, Keith, go ahead.
Okay, so
Oh, there it is.
I did the best I could trying to come up with this picture here, and I can't seem to get the one to load that I want to. But to wrap this baby up and move on here, in the corner you see the red and blue sphere. That is a Tupperware toy that was a huge in the early 80s. If you had toddlers, they probably had that toy. And the little yellow plastic pieces fit in. It's how you taught your kids their shapes. That's what's on that album cover. It is a Tupperware toy.
So just to clarify, the game that I thought it was Perfection, and it is the same shapes, but they have little things on there. So I'm going to continue to just imagine that Genesis meant this because it makes it more profound. So
should I eliminate everybody else on the screen and just let you two duke it out? Might get a lot of views that way.
Well, to be fair, also, it is shot from the bottom. You only see the hollowed out part of the game pieces. You don't see the front, so it still could be.
I'm just going to choose to believe that.
So there you go.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I don't doubt either of these gentlemen, but if you can respond down in the comments, what is it? What is it? I believe both of them, but what is it? Perfection or is it?
Ask ChatGPT.
I believe that I read that the photographer
It's true.
Of the kids' Tupperware toy. I'm pretty sure that's what I read, but whatever.
Yeah, I'm going to pretend I didn't even hear it.
I don't even know what we're talking about.
Okay, so number 7. I'm also going to pick a track from Duke, which probably overall is my favorite Genesis record, and that is "Turn It On Again."
Yes.
My number 6, I'm going to pick another really sappy Collins song, and that is "Please Don't Ask."
It's a great song.
That's a great song.
Yeah, it is. And my number 5 from the Tupperware Toy album, Home by the Sea, is my
Another fabulous track. All right. Well, anyway, leave a comment down below. Please do that. All right. Thank you, Keith. Excellent picks. Let's throw it over to the Elder of Rock. Get his next 3 picks.
Okay, so my next one is going to be, I think it was off of We Can't Dance. Jesus, He Knows Me. Cool song. I like what it kind of says about religion. And also, this is going to be a theme with mine lately, but Ghost covered this on their Phantomime album and did a really cool heavy version.
That's right.
With the most disturbing video, even more disturbing than Genesis video.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. But anyway, so but I've always liked that song anyway. So, but I never heard that as a heavy song. So when I saw Ghost or heard that Ghost did it, it was pretty cool. So anyway, so then my next one is going to be Abacab. And this is one of those ones that, like, I think, Grant, we were talking about Carry On My Wayward Son. We only heard the 45 version of that.
Yeah.
And so I didn't know it was a longer song till like years later. And but I like it. Then made me like it even more. So, but I've always liked it anyway. So so that's that one. So then after that, I'm gonna go with Watcher in the Sky. I love the way the Mellotron starts out and then it kind of goes into this like da 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 beat, and then it just gives us some off beats there, and just really great prog song.
Sounds like a telegraph.
Mm-hmm. So anyway, so that's my next one.
All right, cool. Excellent. All right, let's keep this moving. What time is it? We'll see how we do. We'll be all right. All right. My next pick, I'm going to go with off the EP 3x3 EP 1982 Paper Late. Damn it, the hell. How did this get booted off of Abacab? I'm just saying. Great song. My God, you've got the Earth, Wind, and Fire horn section on here. It's kind of like No Reply at All, kind of, if you put it on its head, but written by the band. Jesus. It got number 32 here in the States. Phenomenal
It used
track.
to get radio airplay here in Eureka.
I remember it back in the day. I can't get enough of it. All right, my next pick, I'm going to go with Abacab. God, am I going to put it this low? My ranking could change, just to let everyone know. So, but Abacab, Jesus, that might be not. I'm just going to leave it where it is. Abacab, the title track from 1981, written by Mike Rutherford. Again, Mike Rutherford. Great. I guess the reason for the title of the track is because of the chord sequence. ABACAB in its final form. It got up to number 9 on the mainstream rock chart. I haven't heard Abacab on FM rock radio in a while, but I love it. So I'm going to go with it.
A fun fact: the song is actually not. It's not actually an ABACAB
Oh
format,
my God.
which goes to the fact that the song's about imperfection. Another profound Genesis moment, just like the Perfection album cover. Yeah,
I always wondered that.
You beat me to it, Andrew.
All right, thanks for putting me in my place.
Phil said that the way it ended up was
here we go,
a word that was unpronounceable. So,
okay.
Yeah.
All right. Next track. I'm going to go with No Reply at All from Abacab, written by the band. Pop funk, great. For God. Again, we've got the Earth, Wind, and Fire horn section. It's soulful. It reached number 29 in the U.S. Billboard chart. It is pop perfection. All those years of noodling with prog, they could write perfect pop songs. So there you go.
Like
That's
Earth, Wind, and Fire.
It's flipping whatever.
It's great. No, hey, listen. Fun fact.
I haven't seen you pick anything from this era, Rand. So.
Mike plays a Fender fretless on that. You can see it in the video.
Yeah, it's a freaking great bass part. Phenomenal. Top notch.
I'm not putting the tune down.
This band is our masters at their craft. All right, here we go. All right, thank you very much, everybody. Don't burn a cross in my yard, though you probably will. All right.
I love this song.
All right. All I know is you picked every damn Peter Gabriel song there was on the planet.
No, I picked Phil Collins.
Yeah, he did a Wind and Wuthering song, and
and then there were 3.
Don't back him up. All right, Rich, you're up. What are your final 4?
Okay. Again, going in chronological order for their albums. This is a song from Selling England by the Pound, which I feel like just kind of gets overlooked. I know that Tony Banks didn't want it on the album, but it's the instrumental After the Ordeal. I really love the acoustic section at the beginning with the acoustic guitars and the piano, and then I like the second half of the song when the electric guitar comes in. I think it's kind of a forgotten song for them. So I really love that song. Next one, going to go up the Trick of the Tail and Ripples. I think it's one of the most beautiful songs that Genesis ever did. I love Phil's vocal on it. He sounds so great in an acoustic setting. I adore that song. I think the refrain is amazing, and it's just a beautiful song. They were so good at doing that acoustic type stuff. I think that was, and I love hearing Phil sing that kind of stuff. Next up, going to Wind and Wuthering, and that's Afterglow. I think that's a perfect ending to the album. I love the lyrics, and again, it doesn't really have a refrain where they say afterglow, but what is considered the refrain in it, I think it's just very, very powerful, but now I've lost everything. I give to you my soul. I think it's just I just love the arrangement for it. The keyboards, it's just a beautiful song. And my last choice is from, and then there were three. This was my introduction to Genesis back in 78 or 79. And it's the song Down and Out. I absolutely love that song. I think it's one of their more aggressive songs. I love Tony Banks' his intro. I like what he plays during some of the verses for it. Love the lyric, love the vocal. I think it's definitely one of my all-time favorite Genesis songs. And I think I actually might have played it on one of my more recent radio shows. So, that's my last four picks.
All right, cool. Excellent, Rich. Good job. Awesome. You guys are hitting it out of the park. All right, Rand, you're up. What's your final four?
All right. Well, Down and Out is the first time they ever played a 5/4 tune. And if you count it, it's pretty cool. I don't have a prop for this next song. It's called Twilight Ale House. I love that tune. I think it was the B-side to I Know What I Like on the 45. But at any rate, it's on the Genesis Archives 1. And it's a live version. And I don't know if they ever did a studio version. I think they only did it live. And what a beautiful song. Lots of acoustic guitar. It's a song about a guy who likes to drink wine a lot. And it's just excellent tune. And the next one after that is Supper's Ready. Phenomenal piece of music. 23 minutes of absolute prog. Luscious, delicious music. All these little songs hooked together. It's kind of like the second side of Abbey Road in a way, because a lot of the tunes don't feel like they're full tunes, but they're enough to bridge to each other. They're connected in segments. And just love that tune, everything about it. Pardon?
Nothing. I think that was like a alien or something from outer space.
It was a feedback. And the next one after that is I forgot we were doing 4.
Yeah, we're doing 4.
Okay, so Twilight House, Supper's Ready. Okay, the next one out of that after. Whoops, where am I? I lost my. Oh well, dang it. Where's the lamb? Oh, it's on my lap. Never mind.
That's what she said.
The Lamb Lies Down on Broadway. I'm going with In the Cage. I think it's the best performance on the album. I think Peter's phenomenal. Tony Banks plays the coolest solo I ever heard him play on a synthesizer. Rutherford's bass part. Now he's playing what they call a microfret bass. It's a 6-string bass. It's got really, really easy to play things on that bass. So that's how he's able to do all those complex things.
You mean the microfret? You mean
he's playing a microfret 6-string bass on that album. And when I saw him live, so it was really easy for him to hit. He was a double neck, but
okay.
Yeah, the bass, and then there's a 12-string below it. But anyways, or above it, I'm not sure. But anyways, In the Cage is just phenomenal. I think it's the best song on the album by far. And then my last one, which I've already shown, I'm going with Watcher of the Skies. And there's a little bit of history with me in that song, because the first time I heard it, I didn't like it. But then that was at the music store because they let me listen to it. And I was in the window, and it was 105 degrees outside. And I was in this big window listening to Foxtrot. And I was like, what the hell is going on with this keyboard? I didn't even know it was a Mellotron at the time. And then I bought Genesis Live and I heard it again and I went, oh, I like that. And I don't know why. It was just more powerful live like that. It sounds more distorted. And it's also not just a mellotron, it's mixed with organ. Both of them are going at the same time. But yeah, I think Watch of the Skies is their best tune. I just love it so much.
All right, cool. All right. Thank you, Rand. Sort of.
You're welcome.
Andrew, what's your final four?
All right. So for number 4, I'm going to go to this amazing album about desolation and isolation, which, and hopefully Keith doesn't destroy this album cover moment for me, but you've got the tree on the front cover, which you're like, ooh, look at that spooky
Desolation,
tree.
isolation. Yeah.
On the back, you realize, no, the entire time it was just birds covering the tree. There were no leaves on it, and it's leaving this lonely tree. There's only one other album I can think of that's better at capturing isolation and desolation. That's going to be the Joshua Tree by U2, which we can start talking about if we wanted to do that. But also a black and white cover.
How did we know?
How did we know?
But
Elder, how did we know?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Joshua Tree is an amazing. But on this, I'm also going to go with Afterglow, which to me is the closest thing Genesis has to a Torch song. This is an amazing album. It's or amazing song, Afterglow. It's also great live on Seconds Out. But it's a great song to just have a lonely drink to.
Yeah.
All right.
Like Rand's having a lonely drink.
Yes.
I'm drinking Hint.
Yes.
Freaking
It's
shit
really
is
good.
that?
It's fruit flavored water.
This is why we went to the moon, kids, so we could have fruit flavored water. Anyway, go ahead, Andrew. What's next?
I'm drinking watermelon.
I'm going back to the Invisible Touch album for number 3. And I don't think anyone can deny that Land of Confusion is an absolutely perfect song.
It's a good
Land
song.
of Confusion, it rocks. It's a pop song. It's got a creepy video. Everything about it.
Everything. It checks every box.
Yes, every box. All right, for number 2. And unlike a lot of rankings, 1 and 2 are not interchangeable. They are solidly 1 and 2, and these were not hard to rank. But number 2, From Selling England by the Pound, is going to be Firth of Fifth. For all the reasons I'm sure everyone will mention, it's amazing. I mean, Tony Banks's keyboards in this is probably my favorite Tony Banks moment. Peter's vocals are amazing. When Phil does it on Seconds Out, it's also amazing. It's just an amazing song. Lyrically, it's extremely profound, and this is an amazing song. And then finally, number 1, and there can be no question about it, and number 1, like solidly number 1, and that's going to be off of Trick of the Tail, and it's going to be the song Squonk, which is by far my favorite Genesis song. No questions asked. It rocks. It's amazing. I wish it had a creepy video. It should. The story is very creepy about a little animal that gets hunted and then dissolves into a puddle of tears because he's just so sad. But it's a great song. So that's my top 10.
Oh my God, so good. All right, cool. Thank you, Andrew. Let's turn over to Keith. Keith, what is your final 4, sir?
Okay, more arguing with Andrew. Catch things up.
I'm just gonna put you 2 up there, and we'll all take a
cage match in the cage match.
Number 4 comes back to the Duke album, Mike Rutherford's "Man of Our Times."
Oh, I love that song.
My number 3 is the title track to Abacab. Number 2, I finally get into the era that has been rather popular here tonight. The title track to The Lamb Lies Down on Broadway. I know it's a popular radio song, but I never get tired of that. Love that. And my number 1 is right in line with Andrew. I picked Squonk from A Trick of the Tail.
Look at that.
It's just, to me, it's heavy. It's about as heavy as Genesis ever got. It's just, I'd love to turn that one up and just rattle my foundation on that one. That's my number
You
one.
can just rattle your cage. Cool. Excellent. All right, Elder.
All right.
What's your
well,
final four?
I guess I'm going to hop on the Squonk train and say this is my next favorite, Squonk. Like all the reasons mentioned. And how can you not like a song called Squonk? You know, so there you go. After that, I'm going to go with, what do I got here? Oh, The Knife.
Cool.
Knife. I mean, just like this song, like that Genesis. I know it's not like the classic members, but it's like, wow, that's Genesis.
Yeah.
I never knew that, they got that heavy. So
Yeah,
that was
that's a heavy
total
song.
Yeah.
surprise. Yeah, I was like, wow, this is like, it could have been like, it's not like Uriah Heep or something, maybe could have been, or Deep Purple, like was mentioned, maybe could have,
Maiden, maybe.
So
Yeah. I think it's their only heavy metal song that they've done.
yeah, maybe, yeah.
Man on the Corner's pretty heavy.
Yeah.
No, excuse me, not Man on the Corner. Man of Our Times. I'm
Man of Our
73. I
Times
made a
is,
mistake.
yeah.
Man of Our Times is heavy. That's probably my favorite song on Duke.
I do like Man on the Corner, though, Rand.
Yeah, me too.
So my next one then is going to be The Musical Box. I like the way that song ebbs and flows. It gets quiet, it gets heavy, it just has great. I just love that. And then after that, I'm gonna go. I had more than that. How was that? Was that my second one or third one?
I think that's your second one.
4-3. Okay. What? Okay.
If not, do another
Then-
one. What the hell? We're having a good time.
I'm gonna go with then Behind the Lines. I like the way that opens up the Duke album. Right, that's a Duke album that opens up, and I think it's a cool opener. And I just love the way it's got that dramatic dun, 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 it's just very cool. And then after that, I'm gonna go with this is the first song I think that I heard Genesis before. This is the first song that kind of made me turn my head and go, oh, wow, these guys might be pretty cool, and that's Turn It On Again. I just think it's just like I said, introduced me to them. I might have, I think it might have been the video on MTV, which was a live video that was a performance video. So there you go. I guess that's my number one.
I like
13-8.
I like you more every day, Elder. That makes total sense. All right, cool, excellent. All right, my final four. Now, of course, this could always change. I couldn't list everything, but I'm going to go with number 4, Follow You, Follow Me from And Then There Were Three, 1978, love song written by Mike Rutherford. Again, not Phil. Well, the whole band probably had something to do with it,
Yeah.
but
Grant,
I'm
are you
just
a
saying.
huge Mike and the Mechanics fan? Because you seem to definitely favor Mike Rutherford songs.
Well, all I'm trying to point out, not necessarily, but I'm just pointing out that everyone always thought that it was Phil that made the band lightweight or poppy.
definitely.
That is not the case. It was Mike Rutherford.
And I'll say Phil's first 2 solo albums are fairly eerie and rockin' too. And it's not really until No Jacket Requires that he gets to be like an FM light rock staple.
So I'm here to just say I think what they do together, it's the combination of the three. But Follow You, Follow Me, that is a Mike Rutherford song, but the combination of those guys together, it makes pop perfection. Absolutely stunning. My number 3, I'm going to go with Turn It On Again from Duke. Come on. God, that's so good. Again, Mike Rutherford. I'm sorry, but it just so happens that's the way it works out. It's not Phil, it's Mike. What is this like? What is the riff, Rand? Doesn't the riff start out like in a weird time signature, like 13/8?
Well, everything, the riff, the beginning, the verses, they're all in 13/8.
I'm surprised you didn't have Turn It On Again in your list.
Well,
Because of the time signature.
It's an honorable mention.
Honorable mention. All right. Anyway, got number 58 in the charts. Great stuff. All right. Number 2, I'm going to finally go with in Land of Confusion from Invisible Touch, 1986. Of course, written collectively by the band, lyrics by Mike Rutherford. You see, there's a theme here.
Hey, his first solo album is phenomenal. I love Small Creeps Day.
I've got that. What about the second one that's got the Rickenbacker 12 string up?
Buy that. He sings on it. He can't sing.
Acting very strange.
My
He
goodness.
cannot sing.
All
That's
right.
His vocals are awful.
Well, anyway, Land of Confusion, this is like one of those albums, they have it's the puppet. If anybody can't remember what this song was, it was the puppet video where they have Ronald Reagan and Gorbachev.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was very political.
There was a
All the
name
celebrities
for
as
them.
well.
It
A
was
lot of
called
celebrities
Capital
like
something.
Spitting Image.
But
Spitting
you-
Image.
Spitting
Yeah,
Image, that was it, yeah.
But do you gentlemen remember at the time how everybody was like all up in awe because it was so, I guess it was considered groundbreaking, I guess to some degree. I mean, it got a lot of airplay, got a lot of MTV views.
Yeah. I remember that well.
Yeah. So it was
remember
very,
They have the Madonna puppet and her belly's button is singing. I thought that was weird.
I love it. All right, my number one song, ladies and gentlemen, which you probably won't be too surprised. We're going to go to the self-titled album, 1983 Genesis. This was written by the band. And I think this is just a perfect pop song, Taking It All Too Hard. Oh,
Great song.
great freaking song. It's just perfect. I guess Silver Rainbow was the B-side. This got up to number 50 on the Hot 100. I can listen to this over and over. In fact, that Genesis album from 1983, I could listen. There is not one. I'm sorry. You can look at some of the reviews and it's kind of, Production-wise, sequencing-wise, songwriting-wise, I don't find any flaws in this record at all.
Illegal Alien is a terrible song.
All right, how do I delete Andrew off
Yeah,
of
but
this?
you know what? If you listen to that with
Let me just remove him real quick.
If you were
Hold on.
to, you know how they do these isolated stems on YouTube where they take the tracks apart and you can listen to each one. If you could listen to that one without Phil's vocal on that, and
I think
just
it's
listen
great.
to what Tony Banks is playing, he said he's doing the same kind of overhand keyboard work, what do you call it, crossover, that he did on The Lamb. That's a very complex song.
Yeah, Andrew.
Well, okay, well, that's the same keyboard technique he's using then on No Reply at All, I'm guessing, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is, Illegal Alien is not a bad song. It's the subject matter that everybody hates.
Well, now
I'm not even, like offended by the subject matter. It's just Phil doing the accent is just so.
But have you seen the
off-putting.
video?
Yeah,
I remember the video.
So Andrew,
they're wearing fake mustaches.
All right.
The
Except
video is
Phil.
horrible.
Now, gentlemen.
And I've got a sister who's willing or something.
Now, listen. You guys are looking at this from 2025.
told-
I know.
Look at it
Stepping
in
stones,
1983.
Yeah,
You
and the
wouldn't
lyrics,
think
they're
anything
telling
about
the
it.
truth. It's true.
And
There's nothing lying about that song.
How-
I'm just saying it's a complex tune musically when they first started writing it. Until Phil got a hold of it with the vocal, they were probably thinking, "Hey, this is quite a proggy tune."
How do you know it wasn't Mike Rutherford saying, hey, you know what, Phil? I'd like you to do this. How do you know it was Phil? I'm tired of Phil getting
I'm
all the
just
bad
saying
rap
until
on
he got on the
everything.
microphone and started singing.
I don't like his contribution to Illegal Alien. I gotta say,
That's cool.
yeah. I mean, I like the
like
music, but I hate his vocals. I'm sorry.
I don't mind it. It got a lot of airplay. This is my favorite
the
Genesis
chorus
album.
is catchy. I mean,
Yeah, it's catchy. Come on.
Silver Rainbow is my favorite song.
Oh, I
And
love Silver
you
Rainbow.
guys, listen, I've come up with a new term just now for that song. It's prog.
Oh my God.
Because when the big
What the hell
opening with
does
that
that
song,
mean?
and because when it goes into the verse, it's a reggae song.
God, I'm getting gas from this show. All right, cool. All right.
It is. It's reggae. Go listen
Oh,
to it.
Brand, come on. You need to get up
Hey.
off that bed.
I'll
All
have
right,
to check that
everybody.
out.
Anybody else have any honorable mentions?
Yeah.
I'm gonna put Entangled
Okay.
from Trick of the Tail. I think that's another that almost made my top 10, but it was edged out by After the Ordeal. But I think they did the acoustic thing so well. I adore that song. Yeah, that's the only one I can think of off the top of my head. But
I got to say Colony of Slipperman, and since no one mentioned it, I almost did, and I thought everyone was going to mention it, so I didn't mention Colony of Slipperman, which is a really amazing
Boy,
song.
Andrew, I'm going to hold that against you. So
You've got a thing against Peter Gabriel.
Well, I've talked about Peter Gabriel before.
I got some honorable mentions if I can get some out.
I don't know, Rand. I don't know. How long do we have?
I got a quick. I'm just going to go through them real quick. Okay.
You're fine. I'm just giving you shit.
In the beginning, Visions of Angels. Oh my God, Fountain of Samasis. Can Utility and the Coastliners. Cinema Show. Lily White Lilith. And Los Endos, and the last three tracks on Wind and Wuthering, Man of Our Times, and Burning Robe on, and then there were three.
Anything on Abacab that you possibly may like?
Oh, I love Dodo.
You like Me and Sarah Jane?
Yeah, that's a good one.
I don't think he likes any of that stuff.
Thing on Abacab. Dodo is really proggy. I love it.
Does it have to be proggy though?
That was another one that was supposed to connect too, right, Andrew?
What?
Dodo and the other thing.
Dodo and Lurker were.
Dodo and Lurker were supposed to.
I think they do. They're back to back.
Oh, I know, but I thought there was another tune that they had it hooked to, but I guess maybe not.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah.
All right. Anything else?
Me and Sarah Jane's pretty. I love that. I like the dividing line on Calling All Stations.
Yeah, I mean, Calling All Stations really wasn't mentioned very much tonight.
No, not
at all.
No, but I do like that album. I like to listen to it.
All right, cool. All right, anybody else have any honorables before we wrap this dog up?
Yeah, that's right. Asia's coming, huh?
Well, I moved it. It was coming. Now I moved it to 8:30.
Oh, you did?
Well, I'm a professional, Ran. I'm like a magician.
Yeah, you good.
Poof. The show is moved. Is there anything else? Anybody else want to add anything?
Is Riding the Scree been mentioned? I can't remember if it.
I love that tune.
Yeah, that's a good one.
That's another thing too. Pete Pardo said it just yesterday. I think that he was picking it for his concept album show, but he said that when he listens to The Lamb, he never pulls tracks apart on that. He has to listen to it from start to finish.
I get that.
That's the kind of album it is. You just can't.
I don't think it stands. I think it stands up as a stronger record as a whole, as opposed to individual tracks.
Well, they released Counting Out Time as a single, and it didn't do squat.
Hence my comment.
Yeah.
All right. Anybody else? We can wrap this dog up. All right, cool. Well, I had a lot of fun giving everybody crap tonight, even though everyone here was wrong with their picks. But
everybody was.
I don't think I could disagree with you more about Genesis, Grant. I mean, Mama is one of my least favorite.
I love it.
Genesis songs. I can't stand that song.
I love it.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan.
I think Phil doesn't. He's trying to sound scary. Phil's a lot of things.
It is phenomenal.
Scary is not one of them. Sorry.
That video scared me.
On stage, on the monitor,
the production. Did you ever see that documentary, how they pulled that song together? Amazing how they put that song together.
Have you seen the Mama Tour? A video on YouTube?
No, but I want to.
It's good. When he does it, he puts a flashlight under his chin, just like we used to do when we were kids and stuff. And he looks absolutely fried on that. He's crazy.
I'm glad nobody chose the song Who Done It.
Oh God, yeah,
I
that
love
actually
that,
might
too.
compete with Illegal Alien for my least favorite Genesis.
I love
song.
Whodunit.
Mike Rutherford plays drums on that
Well, that's
Hell,
what?
Mike Rutherford
Yeah,
probably wrote
in the
it.
video. When they do it, Mike
yeah.
Rutherford's playing the drums. It's
All right,
a
kids.
Roland electric drum set.
Yeah, all right. All right. Enough noodling for tonight. All right, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. Please give me crap down below because I know I'm bringing it. I shouldn't have even mentioned anything on this show, but I did.
I know more trivia
Oh.
than I should.
Rand is full of trivia.
I'm
Anyway.
the prog father.
After this, no one else would probably want to come on these shows, but if you'd like to come on these shows, we'd love to have you. This panel, though, hit it out of the park and kicked it out of the park. We have a Patreon if you'd like to support the channel that way. If that's too much of a commitment, we do have a Ko-fi. Buy us a pint or a cup of coffee. We'd appreciate that. We're just here talking music, and we're just trying to keep it light. Hopefully, you're not going to... hopefully we've turned you onto some Genesis, whether it's the Phil Collins era or the Peter Gabriel era. That's all we're trying to do. We're just here talking music. Consider us all hanging out down at the record store just shooting the shit. There you go.
Everyone go listen to the Joshua Tree.
And then go down and listen to the Joshua Tree. Like no one has since 1988. All right, everybody. We'll see you. Gentlemen.
Happy New Year, everybody.
Bye,
Happy
everybody.
New Year. It's been a lot of fun.
Happy New Year.
Keep it
Nice
clean, Rat
show.
the Rascal. We'll see you on the next one.
All right.